Hi, Joshua, and thank you for coming to our first session. How are you doing today?
Doing okay.
You doing okay? Just okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now I know you just started your first year. Is it your first year of high school?
Mm-hmm.
And how has that been going for you?
It was honestly very stressful because I had a lot of things outside of school I had to juggle on top of, trying to keep the grades up, and I'm kind of unorganized, so it was a struggle.
Okay. So it looks like it's been a struggle with that transition from middle school to high school.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. Do any of your friends attend school with you?
Yeah, some of them do.
Okay. And do y'all do things outside of school? Or?
Yeah, we try to do some things outside of school, part of organizations as well. Outside of school that I have to put a lot of effort in, so it's kind of hard.
Okay. So it sounds like you are trying to organize your time, and in organizing your time, you're finding it kind of difficult to maintain all the tasks that you have for the week. Is that?
Yes, I am. I found that very difficult.
Okay. Now, would you say you are a busy person, or how busy are you? I know you said something
I'm very busy.
Do you play sports?
Yes.
Okay, what type of sports do you play?
I cheerlead.
Oh, fun. Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I enjoy it, but it's kind of hard because when I come to practice, I'm thinking about school and everything.
Yeah, that can be difficult. So let's go back to the organization part. Now, since you are having difficulty, what do you do about your organization? Do you just try to kind of remember everything in your head, or do you have, like, I see you have your phone here. Do you put anything in your phone? Or I know they have all types of apps that you can, that help you with
Well, see, the problem is, like, sometimes I oftentimes forget and I commit to many things with not really writing anything down. I kind of, like, try to keep everything in my head, and it ends up having scheduling conflicts.
Okay. So, let's try this. So this week, if you don't mind, if you want to try it, when you have those tasks that are coming in, whether it be from your cheerleading or from school, do you think that you can go ahead and jot it down? That way you can have everything?
Yeah, I can try that.
Okay. So when we get all our tasks, we're going to try to list them, and that way it also helps you, like, do you have a calendar?
I have a calendar on my phone that I could possibly use.
Okay. So what I do is when I have different tasks, I like to write all them down for the week and maybe even sometimes the month. That could be a little challenging, but even if you can do the month, it at least allows you to see, what you have coming up for that month.
Mm-hmm.
So now tell me a little bit about school. With it being your first year and that big transition, are you able to, make friends easily, or? Well, I know you said you're stressed out, and that's why you're here today.
Yes, but due to that, it's hard to make new friends. I have a few that do go to my school, but it's hard to make new friends because I don't have time to necessarily socialize because I'm focused on trying to keep the grades up, which is a hard task for me.
Okay. Now, when you say you have a hard time making new friends, now do people approach you and want to be your friend? You're not having difficulty in that?
No. So
they do come into you, but you're saying that you don't have the time.
Right, so I don't see a point in trying to create a relationship when I don't have the time.
Okay. So is friendship important to you? Do you think that's important?
It's good and important.
Okay. So on a scale, let's say 1 to 10, how important is friends to you?
A 9.
A 9? Okay. So since you said it's a 9, then I would think that it is important to have friends to you.
Right.
So do you think you can make friends? I know with your busy schedule, and we just talked about the organization piece. So with the organization piece, now that you're able to, or you're going to try to write all your tasks down, if you write all your tasks down for the week, do you think that you can make friends?
Possibly.
Okay. Is that something you want to try?
That is something I will try to work on.
Okay. Now, what about your grades? Are they suffering from you, kind of being stressed out?
Yeah, that's honestly the main issue. It's one of the reasons I'm here. It's because of the fact the grades are important to me, but because I'm trying to juggle everything and I say yes to every opportunity, they're failing because of that.
Okay. So is this something that you've talked to your professor or your instructor, your teacher about?
Well, I've tried to approach them, but it's kind of hard. They're not the easiest people to talk to, so.
Okay. Now, what is something that you have approached your teacher about? In other words, how do you approach your teacher when you're talking about the difficulty that you're having in school? How do you go about doing that?
Well, mainly asking for extra help, seeing if they could stay after with me or any other time for tutoring or anything like that.
Okay. And when you ask her about the tutoring, is she willing to help?
Usually my teacher's busy, so she's not able to help me.
Okay. Now, I know this is something that may be a little out of your comfort zone, but do you think that you can ask other classmates in the class to help you? Since your teacher has a busy schedule, do you think that you can ask, some of your classmates who are doing well in the class if they could possibly help you and maybe tutor you maybe in the library or maybe go for coffee or lunch or something? Do you think that they would be willing to help you with that?
Maybe.
Okay. And that could also be a way of making new friends. So while you're doing your schoolwork and you're learning and trying to get your grades up, you can also kind of, get the friendship in, and that can you can gain your friendships that way.
Right.
That could be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have the organization piece that we're going to work on, right? You're still willing to work on that?
Yeah.
Okay. How is your your extracurricular activities? Do you seem to be doing well in that? Because it seems like you're focusing more on that. That's what has your attention, and we kind of want to, gear away from that and kind of focus on school. Is that what we're trying to do?
Yeah.
So how are you I guess you're a cheerleader, so how are you on the court or the field? Do you really enjoy cheerleading?
I really do.
Okay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is cheerleading to you?
8.
8? So do you have friends on the cheerleading squad?
Yes.
You do? And do some of those friends on your squad, do they go to school with you?
With you.
Okay. So you're good in cheerleading. You love cheerleading, I'm hearing. So now we want to just focus on the schoolwork. So this week, if you don't mind, I would like for you to try the planner exercise where you're writing everything down. Whenever you get a task in school or a homework assignment or anything, a paper or a project due, we're going to try to write it down, okay? And you do know how to do that, right?
Right.
You just jot it down. And then that way, that will help you with the organization piece.
Right.
Okay? And so once we focus on that, next week we can kind of, review that and see how you did with that this week. And then we can move towards getting your grades right. Because I think that if you are more organized, then that will also help you in your grades. Do you
Right.
think that is something that would help?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So, and then we also can maybe talk to maybe an advisor. Do you have an advisor?
I have a counselor.
You have a counselor? Okay. How is she? Is she kind of open? She's welcoming and she allows you to talk to her about any and everything?
Yeah, slightly.
Okay. Have you talked to her before? Is it a he or
It's she.
a she? Okay. What's her name?
Miss Cardwell.
Miss Cartwell. Okay. So maybe this week or even next week, whenever you have some free time, maybe go to Miss Cartwell's office and tell her how you've been doing in the class and see if she can kind of help you with some things in the class, in order to get your grades right. And maybe she can talk to your professor or your teacher about some things that you aren't comfortable talking to your professor about.
Right.
Okay? Does that sound like a possibility? We can do that? Okay. Well, our time is up, so I just want to thank you for coming in for the session, and I will see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great week.
You too.
Thank you.